Hey there. What do you need? Welcome back. You trying to catch something, or avoid getting caught? If evasion is your main game, then it's all about maneuverability. No one's saying that a sandbike is faster than a buggy or a thopter. But a sandbike can go a bunch of places four wheels and four wings can't. There's a reason the Kirab boost sandbikes before anything else. If range is what you're after, nothing's going to beat an ornithopter, but you already knew that. What you're going to need to do to maximize your range is to find the perfect balance between fuel capacity, consumption, and storage. We're not talking about a gunship. You're not going to want to weigh yourself down with heavy weapon pods. You trying to catch something, or avoid getting caught? Frost speed is what you're after. There are a bunch of engine mods that'll juice top speed and acceleration. But engine mods are only part of the story. If you want to be faster than the next guy, what you need is something extra after you reach top speed. Boost modules give you a significant short-term speed boost at the press of a button. So the next time you're racing to the next hot salvage, you've got some extra zip when redlining it isn't quite enough.
Oh, hey there, friend. Looking for anything special? Oh, you know, we're always coming across one weird thing or another in the Badlands. Just the other week, my youngest Sally tracked a resupply shuttle from Karana 3. Guess it wandered off the safe descent corridor and took a missile head in the business end. Oh, you know, the usual wreckage bric-a-brac. Engine parts, a bunch of spacecraft-grade oh! And an intact 12 Series Ixion control switch. The 12 Series is very desirable because it was the last series manufactured before that unfortunate business with the invasion of Ix and all that. Oh, Arrakina Spaceport maintains a patrolled safe corridor for passenger shuttles and transports to reach the ground safe. Both the Harkonnen and Atreides respect the corridor, but outlaws, not. I guess that's why they're called outlaws. Oh, of course we do. They're going to take over the business one day, and they go out with their folks just like me and Finn did when we were kids. That's how Finn and me know each other. We come from old tomb-robbing stock on Hagel. Both his... Oh, we have Finn's father to thank for that. You see, Finn's father... not so good at respecting the boundaries. And in the tomb-robbing game, that can get ya. Turns out, he broke into the wrong family crypt. Didn't do the proper research first, or he would have known the crypt belonged to the kind of family with a rep to protect. The kind of family with the clout to make those who cross them pay. Anyhow, next thing you know, we're getting hunted down one by one, and Finn and me just lit out of there. Bought a first-class ticket on a Highliner to the farthest place we could afford. That's how Finn and me ended up on Arrakis. Excellent.
Keep your distance. We can converse at arm's length. What do you want?
Greetings. I trust I need no introduction. Listen now to the words of Haldebordesio. We are the musician kings and queens. Our voices cause even the mute vacuum of space to quake. From our beauteous homeworld of Chusuk, we cultivate an oasis for the arts, culture, and learning. Our history is relatively short, yet grand. Our founder, Francesco Verota, raised us from humble instrument makers to a minor house under Padishah Emperor Almarak III. We arrested the Siridar earldom of Chusuk from House Mandivold in the 9th millennium. We seized the day. We charmed destiny itself. Your conclusion is as accurate as it is understated. You simply must experience our history in long-form poetry. Prose does not suffice. You may tell your chums that you have met a god, for you have been in the presence of Haldebordesio. Heresy! Is it possible? However astoundingly improbable that you have not heard the name of the legendary Haldebordesio? Acclaimed leggero tenor, beloved raconteur, a name both whispered in hushed reverence and shouted in exalted joy as the crowd begs for another encore. Come now, I am the poet laureate of the known universe. A person can be more than one thing. I, myself, am a multitude.
Yeah, what's your pleasure? You looking to stab, perforate, or vaporize? Tactical or fanatical? We have the tools to suit your every murder need, my friend. The Padishah Emperor is his proper address, I'll thank you. Or His Imperial Excellency, in the improbable event he was to grace you with his presence somehow. But in answer to your question, the portrait of the Emperor is both an icon and a metaphor. It reminds us that while the Emperor cannot be in all places beneath his gazer is. And why not? The enemies of the Imperium are legion. They gather in the shadows to plot the downfall of all that is right and good. Only the Emperor and his god-benighted Sardaukar legion stand in opposition. The Fremen savage dared to challenge the might of the Imperium, and look what happened to them. You looking to kill something up close or from afar? You're looking for a long gun then. Don't worry, got you covered. Of course it depends on the distance you want to keep. If you're dealing with a basic room clearing situation with multiple targets, the GRDA 44, that's gonna be your best friend. It's a high-spread scattergun that will turn a room of soft targets into a sticky pink mist. With the 44, you're guaranteed to be the last heart beating in the room. But if we're talking run and gunning in the Badlands, you're going to want to maximise range and firepower. For that, Chom has us covered once again with the Raptor 4 main battle. Everyone knows the Raptor 3 as the long gun that put down the Akazi revolt, but Chom engineers have... And now, the Raptor 4 is the absolute... But don't take my word for it. Ask the... Oh wait, you can't, because they're all dead. But if they weren't, they tell you the Raptor 4 was battle-tested right here on Arrakis. So, if it's good enough for the Sardaukar, it's sure as hell good enough for you.
You do not appear to be injured or ill. So what brings you to my clinic? I came to this war-torn planet to do good. Instead, vital equipment and medicine is stuck in administrative hell. No doubt the supplies are flagged for their shady origins. I would be grateful for anyone to go to the customs office and straighten this out.
Next. Ah, yes. Nalia Shafat, the Souk doctor. I'm afraid she was flagged for a special screening due to security concerns. You'll need a T-797 permit. Let's just say the vendors weren't exactly reputable. There are suspicions of criminal activity, or worse, Harkonnen involvement. We need to be sure. See that you do. Or don't. My hands are tied until I see that permit.
We meet again.
You again? What now? In this terminally dull exchange? I suppose the answer is the same to both. Not that it's any of your business. But it is a matter of public record. I am the fifth son of Graf Heino Flaxenrad of the Alpha Hydrae Flaxenrads. Doubtless you've heard of us. We are a prominent house minor in the Carina orbit. But while it's true that I was afforded every advantage, certain expectations are placed upon the shoulders of every young scion. Especially if you're not firstborn or grandnephew of the Emperor. You are still expected to find a way to serve your family before father cuts you off. And regrettably, the best appointments are long since handed out by the time it gets to son number 5. By then, all that's left is finance or, perish the thought, a commission in the House Guard. A fate worse than death. But at least I'm not a girl. Nothing is wrong with them, you cretin. But when it comes to serving your family, it is much worse to be a daughter than even a 9th or 10th son. The lucky ones are married off or shipped off to the mother house on Wallach. Otherwise, it's the Imperial Knitting League or a tower somewhere with a lot of cats. Besides suffering this audience with you... Oh, you really expected an answer. I am the Imperial Treasurer here in Arrakina. As such, it is my sworn duty to receive, count, and convey His Imperial Highness's right and proper incomes. How would I know? It seems my lot in life is to stand here and be interrogated by nitwits. As unbelievable as it may be, His Imperial Highness has yet to consult me on allocating his vast income. But I would definitely advise him that his treasury officers could use improved security. There's entirely too much riffraff getting in.
Apologies, but I am only authorized to deal with officials of House Atreides, or those who have received special privileges.
You strike me as someone with something to offer the great House Wallach. I have a sense for these things. Our motto is God, Imperium, House. We enjoy a rich history as renowned conquerors. House Wallach attained its name and titles 5 millennia ago. The house's founder was a former Bursik general of the Imperial Sardaukar. To this day, scions of Wallach are sent to be trained by the Sardaukar. House Wallach was once preoccupied with the glory of battle, but has mellowed in recent history, taking a more nuanced approach. There is no better place to perch and sample the intrigues of this contentious planet.
You were expected. Don't look so shocked. As the Duke's master of assassins, I must know the movement of every grain of sand in Arrakina. You are free to roam the city as you please. Cause no trouble, and you'll never have to acquaint yourself with the more disturbing aspects of my title. I don't have many informants out in the Haga Basin, but I know you've been working with Derek Chinara. So I'll answer your questions about Kynes in return for some information about your friend Chinara. Yes? Then here is my first question. Does Derek Chinara have any affiliation with the Harkonnen? Thank you for the information. Ask your question about Kynes. Arrogant, wild, deeply intelligent, able to slip my spies at will and feign nonchalance. Kynes didn't care about our war. Not until the Fremen got caught in the crossfire. It was as if Kynes had a different agenda altogether. But now I believe it is my turn. Derek Chinara is interested in the Imperial testing stations. Why? Cyprian Io is a fool. But he is the Emperor's fool. If Derek has earned his wrath, he needs to be careful. Kynes would never say. Not the spice. Maybe anthropological work with the Fremen. Kynes was always with them. And applying my mentat faculties to it, I see a large probability that whatever Kynes was researching was near Sietch Taro in Haga Basin. Movement patterns, Sietch and lab visits. Highest probability is that Kynes was performing Fremen-oriented research out of Sietch Taro. Ah, but that's not the bargain. A question for a question. And here is mine. Why are you helping Derek Chinara? Well, learning is never to be discouraged. Still, I sense there is more than that. Never mind. Let me tell you about Sietch Taro. It's a Fremen place, though long destroyed by the Sardaukar. The Sietch itself was destroyed in the battle, but the entrance still exists. In Haga Basin, north of Misa Tiril, where the Udum meets the Shield Wall. That's all that remains of Kynes and Sietch Taro.